sometimes when you're building under the radar, and in a lot of ways in the dark, it gets really discouraging, because when you see an opportunity that most people don't see, it's really hard to validate the model that you're putting together. So last year, when we acquired two digital agencies, one in the web development space and then the other in revenue operations, we became a part of that, and we quickly realized that that model was not sustainable. So what we did was we redesigned our model in a way where we became platform first, meaning that we wanted to offer services to private equity firms based off of the 12, we call the 12 capital constraints that we found when we were going through our process. And then we devised 50 plus unique mechanisms to solve for those problems. And we've spent the last year and a half trying to figure this out, rewire, test it, talk to people about it, and really get feedback so that we can build what can be a productized private equity platform. And every now and then you just need you just need a breath of fresh air, because the private equity space is such a traditional model. It's less than 100 years old, so it's not like, modern private equity as we know it today, it's less than 100 years, so it's still trenched in a lot of old systematic things, which is okay. That's just how institutions develop over time. But we're in a new era, we're in a new time, and I was able to see that and spot that from my experience from last year. So when I was on LinkedIn 2 days ago, I saw this post. Really quick, let me show it to you. Then I ran into this post by Lee McCabe, who's a private equity executive. He's a partner in a private equity firm. And he wrote this post that really jumped out. This was yesterday. And he starts off with saying, if I were building a PE firm from scratch with $0 in assets, I wouldn't start with capital, I'd start with capability. And then he goes into talking about how he would go about doing it. And the way he describes it is what we're actually doing right now. Is we have our value stack across sourcing and deal sourcing, brand building, due diligence, revenue operations, and exit signals. We have this value stack that we designed that we're building the capability around. And exactly how he, describes it here is how we are aligning ourselves to be an augmented team to embed these infrastructures into specifically micro private equity firms that have under $50 million in revenue, are considered small cap micro private equity. And the response that he got from that post alone was pretty telling, because some of the people Daniel says, this is truly a disruptive model. I love the focus on building a value creation platform. And it goes on. And to hear people say, wow, this is a genius model. And this is something that we've been working on for the last almost a year and a half now, trying to figure it out. It's very encouraging. It's a light in the darkness where you can actually see some clarity, and just gives them some more fuel to the fire to keep going. Again, one of the things that he did point out in this, he says, in the sourcing model, skip the auctions or skip trying to find these off-market deals, but build a brand. Use outbound content and partnerships to attract founders who want your model. Don't pitch capital. Show up with case studies, playbooks, and clear path to 2x EBITDA in 3 years. That's not deal flow, that's demand generation. So that's exactly what this vlog is all about. This vlog is about showing from the beginning us, and you'll see this if you go back. You'll see us, if you go far enough back in the vlog, you'll see me go through the transition of acquiring company number one, you'll see a company number two, and then you'll also see the pivot when I was thinking to myself, this is not sustainable. We got to change, we got to pivot. So that's exactly what this is. It's really to build demand, to be a demand gen engine for these firms that are looking for this model, and to have this augmented, team, so that they can embed into their portfolio companies for the goal of them being more sophisticated capital allocators. That's our North Star for firms that we partner with, is to help them become super sophisticated capital allocators. And part of it is really helping these firms understand the constraints that's around their capital, because what happens is slowly and silently over time, these constraints begin to erode the value of all of their portfolio companies, and really limits their ability to really expand out, to acquire more companies and hold for cash flow, whatever their exit strategy is. It's really helping them understand that, and that's a part of what we've tooled together. This 50 plus unique mechanisms to help cover all those different bases. Because at the end of the day, their dollar, when you think about $1 is being trapped, is trapped value. It's not that dollar is not compounding and moving the way it needs to be to get the value out of it. So what we do is we help find where your dollar is being trapped, whether it's your sourcing, whether in your diligence part of it, you're like, are you getting the most out of the dollar that you're investing in that area, or your branding of your portfolio company, or the branding of the portfolio companies. Like, there's so much trapped value. So what we do is we just help, without getting any more outside capital, help reallocating and finding those holes so that we can help compound your capital and get it further. But it really all starts there.